excited about this one, this particular one.
I was at the movies yesterday and I saw the poster, and I was telling my friends, man, this really captures some sort of excitement. The moment you see the poster, you know, you want to be like, and then I like that it's the custodians of the arts that are actually presenting this package.
Exactly.
Your mortgage somewhere there, you know, Femi, you know, all the people that have the experience. Yeah, you know, so when I saw, I said, yes, we should not throw away a lot of these things because we're caught up in the glam and then the aesthetics, you know. Let us, and if you check now, lately, the very ethnic movies are starting to draw attention like they used to back in the 80s and 90s. Sure. So people are starting to go back to say, hey, let's watch some cultural, you know, when you watch a particular scene in Jagun Jagun, the festival scene, that they were wearing all white, and you see that scene enough,
the colors,
it sells a lot of who we are. We should not throw away all of these things, because when you watch foreign movies, they always, if you watch Japanese, Chinese movies, they always do this, they are dragon, this thing. So what's wrong with us? You know, let us not say because of religion we now leave out those cultural ends. Before you know it, our kids will not know anything about who they are.
I even heard that over there, I think somebody, you have to pay them to learn Yoruba.
No, as in right now in the diaspora, the Yoruba culture as a whole is now a thing. It's now a movement. In Maryland, America, they have had to create a portion where you can take your driver's lessons in Yoruba language. Can you imagine? Even in Nigeria, Lagos, that is Yoruba, does not provide that for you.
At all.
But America, Maryland, realizes that we have a lot of Yoruba people here. Let us make it possible for them to take their driver's lessons in Yoruba language.
Can you see? Yes, Orisha movie is produced by one and only Odunlade Adekola. And of course, the movie is saved by costumes. I love the costume. Like you made reference to Jagu Jagu. That particular scene, you could see different attires. Ashoke, Kampala, like what I'm wearing now. And it looks very beautiful. Especially that drone shot. It was, I love that part as well.
You see, when we're growing up on these dramas, the Arelus, the Nyokponyoris, the Fade Yoloros, the Abidjan, all those things. Some of the things that caught our attention was all of those elements. You know, the regalias. Things that by now, we should have a museum, an arts museum, that has all of Hubert Ogunde's costumes, Fela's costumes, all of the essence. You know, so I'm glad that they are now reintroducing. It's not like these things died, but they were relegated into the background because they didn't have the technical know-how to come to the fore. So a lot of these ethnic movies are still being run. You see a lot of sets in Oshogbo, in all these Iluo cases. They were still running it, but they would either play on small platforms. GalaxyTV Ibadan used to play a lot of it. So, but now there is better cinematography and funding to bring it out. Say, okay, yes, we're here. And as we speak, a lot of other foreign investors are now starting to see that, oh, okay, we can really tell Africa. I don't want to mention name, but a major platform that is now showcasing these movies actually came to Nigeria because of this. But some people hijacked it. They hijacked it for all this Serene, Lekki, Room to Palo, show, drone shot, show, no. But now there's, now they want to see, you know, all these local ends. There was a movie I saw on that same platform. It's called Griot, featuring Adedimeji Lateef. It was a folklore story told in a very sweet way. You know,
Lateef is another amazing
you know, he's Mr. Versatile now. He now has the crown for the man with range. You know, he can go in different directions. It took a while. People didn't give him, but eventually they now saw that, okay, and immediately they now said, okay, yeah, take your space. So
I know a bit of Lateef's story.
You know, I know.
I'm sure.
You know,
because we started together.
Industry did my hand. Yes, I just need to the talk.
Some days I will come back to the studio and he's crying like,
see,
I've been on location for 1 week.
There was a time. Okay, let me say it. I don't care. Whoever gets.
Let's say it.
There was a time I used to look at Odunlade and Lateef, and I'm like, Lateef is like his younger brother, and they should give him roles that.
Do you know what we call Lateef? We call Lateef Oshu.
Okay.
Because of Odu. That's what I call Lateef.
So I used to see him as the younger brother, and then he was coming up. It was like they were not. I thought they could pair them. They could give them, roles within themselves. But I noticed that they were just shanking the guy. I was like, but boy, he's good now. Then he now did one stage play at GRA Keja. I went. Stage play, one-man stage play. I filmed some part of it. Only him.
Yes.
Aristocratic, elitist, and he delivered it.
Yes.
I was like, why are they not seeing all the essentials that this guy can bring? Yes. Then when Ayinla now came out, people now saw that, so it's good. A man's journey would have to have those ups and downs, and finally they now say it.
Didn't give up.
No. If you watch Grelt, I was like, yeah, a lot more movies need to come on those platforms like this that will sell the richness of the things Wole Soyinka was writing, Olarotimi was writing, Chinua Achebe was writing. All our writers can now go into a space where in the future we'll have more writers. Not all this sketch nonsense. America is sitting on a lot of writers. A lot of the things you watch are books that have been written from years back that they go but we don't have writers who have materials that can come to the fore. Sure. When you watch Harry Potter, for instance, that woman had been writing since 1982 or 3, and it didn't come to fruition until the 90s.
Yes.
So you just keep going. You don't give up on it.
Yes. Wow. Amazing. So let's talk about the language.
Yeah.
Talk about.
Yeah.
Our language is very rich, especially the Yoruba language.
Yes, it is.
There's some things that you can't express yourself in English.
Yeah. When I said I was writing downstairs, the guy that's supposed to play bad guy in my head, I've made up my mind that he must speak Igbo.
Bad guy, right?
Yeah. In that scene that he's going to be telling the guy, I want him to say it in Igbo, because that way he can catch your emotions. I just saw Denzel Washington's new movie. The new one, part 3, and they went into Sicily and Napoli on purpose, and they made sure, because they have now found out that local languages are catching more attention and getting widespread reach. So it means everybody in Italy, Sicily, and Spanish-speaking world would want to see the movie rather than the saturated American market. So they are also going into areas of ethnicity. So most of the guys were speaking their Spanish, and the emotions of using local language was catchy more than the English language. Exactly. You want to pick the diphthongs, the pain, and you want to pick it. You want to get involved. I can watch the translation on the screen and know what you're saying, but let me hear it. That was what caught our attention with Indian movies.
Exactly.
We don't know what you're saying, but we like it.
And we're still watching.
And we want to, Baba. What? I don't know what you're saying, but I like the way it sounds.
Exactly.
So that's the same way the Yoruba should sound to you. One Indian lady was trying to woo a lover with Tosin Martin's song, Olomi. When did Tosin sing Olomi?
I saw the and she sang it
with his voice, with our tone.
Yes.
And that's the beautiful thing about language. I don't know why someone would discard their own language because they want to be more foreigner than the foreigners. So yes, we need our language in almost everything. See, when I go on social media sometimes, on Tunde Ednot's page, I consciously write in Yoruba. And I've noticed that most of the times when I write in Yoruba, I get interactions from people who feel at home with what I have written than when I just write English. Funny enough, sometimes when I express myself in English, a lot of ignorant people either abuse me, insult me, or attack me because their depth of English is not even as deep as they should know.
Exactly, that's point.
But when I write in Yoruba, because that's their first language of reasoning. They pick it and then they align. They come on board.
I know what you're talking
about. I know what is you know, they just, you know, like that person I said was insulting me now, ended by saying, and I had to tell him, say, look, you can't be in someone else's business expecting them to do the business as you want it. If you want to have what you want him to do, you go and start your own awards. You can't be telling someone how to run their business.
Exactly.
So our language is very, very effective in communication. As in, there are ways that our parents can talk to you in the language that a foreigner will not hear, and it helps you, it saves you.
Yes.
You know, so we need to encourage the use of our local languages, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, wherever, Ibibio, Efik, and we have not even explored it. We have not explored it like we should. We see, as we speak now, there is no crossover Efik artist that has become a national celebrity that is singing Efik songs. That means we have not gone there. We don't have a hip-hop hit artist in Hausa that is a crossover artist. Flavor struggled to bring his Igbo-ness to mainstream.
And he's doing well.
Odumodu Black now is fusing it with hip-hop and all that. So we need to encourage Fino did great with it because Flavor had opened the road.
Exactly.
But the mainstream Hausa is not yet there for hip-hop and Afro beats, as we call it now. So we need language in people's ears all over the place. When Nigga was singing hip-hop gyration, you know, you know, so all those songs traveled far.
Yes.
So we need it.
It's a unique sound.
We need it.
Yes, we do.
Everybody that sings hip-hop in Nigeria at some point needed to infuse Yoruba because Yoruba became so sweet in the music. Even people when you speak Yoruba, they were speaking, Igbo guys were speaking Yoruba in their music because Nice made it so sweet to the ear.
Yes. Then that green came in.
Then that green brought, you know, so there's a powerful push to the language end. You can't sing English better than the English.
Exactly. Okay, so